A very A24-esque take on a very gothic, dark childhood story? Hell yeah, sign me up. What is up, guys? Welcome to day 10 of 31 Days of Horror. I am Morgan Film Fan. Let's jump into some scares. Today is Gretel and Hansel. A lot of people already know this film and already know that it's kind of toned down compared to like the other things that I've been reviewing. Um, well, I actually shouldn't say that. This film gets pretty damn dark, but I'm saying it's PG-13, basically. Um, I know the original story, but I'm not an expert on it. Yeah, I've heard it as a child. Of you know, of course, the two kids, Gretel and Hansel, going into the forest, and then they meet a wicked witch, and then the wicked witch tries to fatten them up so she can put them in her oven, kind of thing. I know that part, but the way they take this one is in some really, really dark directions. I absolutely had a blast with this one. First of all, I love any films. This is not an A24 film, so like it's not at all. But it's shot and it's directed and produced in kind of that esque like slow burn, really, really like long pan shots. It's even cut in like you have part of the screen that on the sides there's like the black bars, so it's shot in like not like complete widescreen kind of thing. But yeah, this film, like it goes into some pretty dark places. You have, first of all, the witch. I have to mention the witch. She's played by Cridge, is it? Her name is Sorcier, I believe. And the witch just does an absolutely phenomenal job. Like, she is creepy, and this could be like an introduction horror film. If you're not really into horror, or if you're more of like a younger audience, you might not want something that's like extremely graphic, extremely like brutal. This is the type of horror film that is kind of like a starting point that has the scares and delivers them really well, and but it's not like over the top kind of thing. Although like there's some scenes here and there, but they're not gonna traumatize you if you're not a big fan of horror. It's written perfectly. I love the way it's shot. I love all of the acting. You have Sophie Ellis, who plays Gretel, who's from the It films. She was in both the remakes of the It films, and she does a phenomenal job. And her chemistry with her brother is absolutely fantastic. There was an aspect where there was like a younger woman who is named Holda. I thought she was playing a younger version of the witch. Like I thought it was going back and forth from, or I thought the witch could like young, like be old and young like simultaneously kind of thing. I thought that's where the film was. Maybe I missed something, but apparently they have two different names. So apparently they're two completely different characters. Both are phenomenal. The witch, the older lady, is scary as hell, and the younger lady who plays Holda does such an amazing job to be horrifying. Like, she's covered in tattoos. She looks very goth. Like, she literally looks straight out of a metal band. And very good looking, and like, but horrifying, because there's one scene in particular where It involves like a bunch of like animal parts and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get into it for spoilers and stuff like that, but there's there's a lot of scenes that happen underneath the house that Gretel and Hansel are staying at or whatever. That totally goes very, very like horrific, I would say. This film also, it gets pretty modern, especially for a character, or sorry, character piece, a period piece. For something that's taking place like back in the day, like whenever 1800s or whenever it was, not modern day kind of thing. It does play out a little bit modern with the music, with the tones sometimes, which I don't see a problem at all with, but it definitely kind of changes the mood of the film. I will say that. It's not something that ruins the film by any means, but it is something that kind of takes you out and it's like, oh, this doesn't feel like, the olden days anymore. This is now starting to feel like some like 80s or 90s or something like that. It doesn't happen too often, but it does happen here and there. And there's this scene like closer to the beginning of the film where like just the way it's panned, it just all it involves is a man just rising, and this man is creepy as hell. And but the way you get the shot from the bed that the kid is lying in, and then you have this man rise, it's like those are the effective scares that I watch horror for. It's not the jump scares like the boos and like or something like going from the side of the screen. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that kind of you don't expect at all, and it's shot so beautifully that really intrigues me in horror. So that's what I like anyway. But I really liked every actor and actress in this film. There's a scene where they start doing mushrooms, so you can really wonder if clearly they trip after they do them. I mean, come on, they're literally like red and white. So you kind of wonder if that took play with like if that's kind of the story direction that they were going for with the whole I'm at a witch's house and she's trying to feed us so she can fatten us up to put us in the oven. It might have been like the mushrooms kind of helping that kind of hallucination kind of thing. You could take it that way. And there's another part too. I don't know like if this happens in the original story because again I'm not familiar with the original story, but there's a part where Gretel basically abandons her brother, and I'm wondering if that is true to the content, like the original content, or if that's how they wanted to play it just for this film. Which I don't understand her motive to do so. That part kind of took me aback. I was like, why is she like I understand she's angry, but why is she just letting him out into the forest? Like, I'm just sick of you now. Like, goodbye. It didn't really fit her character too much, but again, I might have missed something. I love how a lot of the forest scenes are lit. Sometimes a few times with like red lighting and stuff like that, like red lights, red smoke. I think that really, really is effective for the horror and the aesthetic of what the film is going for with its camera work and with its cinematography. I think that's a really, really great addition to the cinematography is the lighting in this film. It's really, really well done. So Gretel and Hansel was a win for me, like 100%. I would land maybe 88 out of 100. 88 out of 100. Why out of 100? Because I hate decimals. Everybody is phenomenal in this film. A beautiful, frightening, intelligent new venture into an age-old nightmare. Absolutely 100% nailed by William Bibiani from The Rap, making that little statement. So I loved it, and I'm glad I own it, and this was a great addition For something a little bit lighter, especially because I've been tackling a lot of freaking like disturbing ass films. And I don't know, the older I get, the more they bother me, especially like the psychological horror of things. These are like these are like tame for me. Like these are so innocent. But yeah, it's nice to get a little bit of a breath of fresh air with these things. So that's day 10. Subscribe to Morgan Film Fan if you like to listen to my voice or if you like my film reviews. I'll be back for more. This is 31 Days of Horror, and there's lots of reviews on my channel already, and there will be lots more coming. So subscribe if you want to stay tuned, and I will see you next time. Take care and cheers.